Hello and welcome. My name's Alan, and we are back with more in the Buddha's words. This will be a short episode. It's only going to be one small section here, and I'm doing it this way because the next section, which is the last in this particular chapter, is going to be quite long. So, yeah. But with that said, let's get into this. Part 5, The Woman of the Home. On one occasion, the Blessed One was dwelling at Savatthi in the eastern park in the mansion of Megara's mother. When Visakha, Megara's mother, approached the Blessed One, paid homage to him, and sat down to one side, the Blessed One said to her, Visakha, when a woman possesses four qualities, she is heading for victory in the present world and is successful in the world. What for? Here, Visakha, a woman is capable at her work. She manages her domestic help. She behaves in a way that is agreeable to her husband, and she safeguards his earnings. And how is a woman capable at her work? Here, Visakha, she is skillful and diligent in regard to her husband's household chores, whether with wool or cotton. She investigates the appropriate means and is able to act and arrange everything properly. In this way, a woman is capable at her work. And how is this woman one who manages the domestic help? Here, Visakha, in regard to her husband's domestic helpers, slaves, servants, or workers, she knows by direct inspection what they have done and failed to do. She knows when they are sick and healthy, and she distributes to each the appropriate share of food. In this way, a woman manages the domestic help. And how does a woman behave in a way that is agreeable to her husband? Here, Visakha, a woman would not commit any misdeed that her husband would consider disagreeable, even at the cost of her life. In this way, a woman behaves in a way that is agreeable to her husband. And how does a woman safeguard her husband's earnings? Here, Visakha, whatever her husband brings home, whether money or grain, silver or gold, she succeeds in protecting and guarding it, and she is not a spendthrift, thief, wastrel, or squanderer of his wealth. In this way, a woman safeguards her husband's earnings. When, Visakha, a woman possesses these four qualities, she is heading for victory in the present world and is successful in this world. But when she possesses four other qualities, she is heading to victory in the other world and is successful in regard to the other world. What for? Here, Visakha, a woman is accomplished in faith, moral discipline, generosity, and wisdom. And how is a woman accomplished in faith? Here, Visakha, a woman has faith. She places faith in the enlightenment of the Tathagata. Thus, so the Blessed One is an Arahant, teacher of devas and humans, the enlightened one, the Blessed One. In this way, a woman is accomplished in faith. And how is a woman accomplished in moral discipline? Here, Visakha, a woman abstains from the destruction of life, from stealing, from sexual misconduct, from false speech, and from wines, liquors, and intoxicants, the basis for negligence. In this way, a woman is accomplished in moral discipline. And how is a woman accomplished in generosity? Here, Visakha, a woman dwells at home with a mind devoid of the stain of stinginess, freely generous, open-handed, delighting in relinquishment, one devoted to charity, delighting in giving and sharing. In this way, a woman is accomplished in generosity. And how is a woman accomplished in wisdom? Here, Visakha, a woman possesses the wisdom that sees into the rising and passing away of phenomena, that is noble and penetrative, and leads to the complete destruction of suffering. When a woman possesses these four qualities, she is heading for victory in the other world and is successful in regard to the other world. But that ends that particular part. With that said, let's go ahead and look back on this from the introduction. Making sure that they don't have anything listed earlier. One of the things says, according to the text, the principal virtues a lay follower should possess, leading to future welfare, are faith in the Buddha as the enlightened one, the Tathagata, moral discipline as unbroken observance of the five precepts, generosity as application to charity, giving, and sharing, and wisdom as insight into the arising and passing away of phenomena. Then we go a little further into introduction, and it says, trying to see if they have anything a little further along. I don't see anything, to be honest with you, though. But yeah, it's looking at essentially how wives are expected to act if they really want to proceed further in the other world, as well as proceed in life they live now. But yeah, it's interesting, the expectations given to her. Let's see. Where was the one I was looking at? Yeah, even at the cost of her life. Agreeable to her husband. A woman would not commit any misdeed that her husband would consider disagreeable, even at the cost of her life. Which kind of feels going way out of the way, but there also has to be, I believe personally, a level of understanding between the couple on both sides. Because just having that as your own set of beliefs, it doesn't really make things better. But again, we're looking at the way women are often viewed, and we're looking at a belief system born in a land of social strata. Where there are significantly defined social structure. You're not the same on the same level as them, or which I think is wrong. Personally, again. But with that said, we'll go ahead and end this particular episode. As always, educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing. Ask them to cite their sources. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.